remember GameStop. My computer ran Windows 7, Home Premium, Home Live. I remember buying everything being from GameStop. The store used to be black. I remember that computer had Internet IE6, some shit in IE7. I used to have Internet Explorer 8. I remember this black YouTube website. I remember buying everything being from GameStop for black Windows. I remember I used to play a lot of Sonic Rise. You know, games I used to play Halo. I remember you remember when the chair was over here. You remember when the chair was over here next to a desktop. I remember the chair used to be over here next to a desktop, and my desktop was right over here. I remember playing video games like Halo. I remember I had 3 video game developers, like 3 video game developers on the couch. I used to make a program called Windows Live Center. It was from Logitech. The games were playing numbers or something or letters. I remember I had LB, RB, LT, and RT. I remember I had ABX and Y, MCD pen stick in the bottom or on top. I remember making a video game called. I remember Windows Live Center. I remember playing all those games on Windows Live Center. I used to play this game on Windows Live Center. I liked it a lot. It used to be I remember playing a lot of games. I used to buy that on Windows. I remember I used to buy random GameStop on Windows Live Center. I had my old credit card, but I don't remember where I put it, or a debit card. I remember. I remember. I had a dongle or some shit, Verizon. I remember I had a Verizon router. I remember buying stuff from GameStop. I used to play a lot of games like Halo, Minecraft, GTA, Grand Theft Auto. I used to play a lot of games. I used to play Sonic Rise on that PC. I remember Xbox that was so trash. I remember Windows was more smart than Xbox, than PlayStation Network. I remember that one time I used to play games such as I used to play my game. I remember turning off my desktop, and my desktop disappeared. What the frick? I used to play on that desktop. I remember one time I had to buy a Wii U, the black Wii U. I had to buy it one time to play Splatoon on the Wii U. Then I bought Splatoon Nintendo Switch in 2020, and then I bought Splatoon Nintendo Switch almost 90 so in 2024. I remember they used to shut down the year in 2004, 2025. Who knows? I remember playing on Windows 7 on the custom desktop. The operating system looked like Vista. No, it wasn't Vista. It was 7, not Square XP. I remember playing that desktop game on Windows license. I remember the game was so good. I remember playing a lot of games on that PC hardware. Not PC hardware. I used to play a lot of games like Windows Live Center. I remember I used to allow Windows Live Center. I remember you pushed the button. On a game controller instead of Windows Live Center, your PC. I remember I used to allow Windows Live Center. It was entertainment. It didn't look like Windows Live Center. I remember that I used to watch a lot of movies. My sister used to watch TV show, but she went to Philadelphia. Who knows? She disappeared. I used to play a lot of video games. I used to play Splatoon on the Wii U. I used to have 2 Pro Windows. Me set to Windows license. I used to play a lot of games on Windows license. I remember GameStop disappeared 2004. Well, who knows?